Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Lonely Knitter podcast. My name is Laura and welcome to my, I can't say knit night anymore because it's not night time, it's now daytime. Years of podcasting late at night have made me want to say welcome to my knit night. But now it is 2:30 in the afternoon and I haven't recorded a podcast for ages. So if you're watching this, hopefully there will have been 2 episodes go up on my channel in the last few days. The first one would have been my East Anglia Yarn Festival video that I filmed weeks and weeks ago. And then the second one will be this video. This is episode 3. In all honesty, things have just been a bit crazy and time has run away with me. And yeah, I've had absolutely no time to do anything. I'm in a different place. I'm in my kitchen and this bookcase behind me is on Facebook Marketplace. I'm hoping that someone will take this bookcase away because I actually quite like how it looks in here now, but I'm trying to free up space in the house. So yeah, the bookcase needs to go. So it won't look like this hopefully again the next time I record. So if you haven't seen my podcast before, hi, my name's Laura. I come on here to chat about mainly my knitting. I'm a indie yarn dyer. I talk about my knitting, my yarn dyeing, and any other crafty things that have been going on. I am also the director of East Anglia Yarn Festival, which is a yearly yarn show in Norwich, and East Anglia Yarn Festival's little sister event, Stitches on the Sand, which is a mini yarn show in Lowestoft in Suffolk in August. So things have just been mad. We've been trying to find our house. I'm chair of governors at my children's school. I have started working more and more. We had the yarn show, which is a huge amount of work, but it's not just a huge amount of work just before the show, it's a huge amount of work all year round. I've definitely bitten off something, not more than I can chew, because I think I'm holding it down, but it is a lot. And then there's my yarn dyeing business, and this is some of my yarn here, which has been going incredibly well. I'm so grateful. But podcasting has been something that I do it for fun, and so I struggle to record a podcast when I have outstanding work that needs to be done, because my brain just goes, all the work must be finished before any play can happen, and this is play. But I've sat myself down to do it because I have half an hour before the school run, so it's not going to be a long one. But I really wanted to get a video up on my channel and just get chatting to you, because it has been ages, and there is stash enhancement here that I haven't been able to put away because I'm like, no, it has to stay out until it goes on the podcast. So I have some finished objects, some stash enhancement, I have a whip, I have a project planned that I have left the yarn over there for, so I will get that in a little while. So I'm going to jump straight in. So if you haven't watched before, my name's Laura. I'm from Lowestoft in Suffolk in England, and I live here with my husband, my 6 and 3-year-old, my dog Franco. Jackie, this is for you. Come on, Franco. Come on. He's going to growl at me now, trying to pick him up. He's like, what are you doing? I don't like it, Mum. He loves a cuddle, actually. You love a cuddle, don't you, mate? But this is Franco, and I always get asked by a couple of people, why don't we see Frank on the videos? And he is still here. Frank is our 2.5-year-old cockapoo, and we also have a very old lady cat, but she mainly just lives on my bed, fast asleep all day, every day now. You okay, Franco? From this point, he can see a bit further out into the garden, and he's like, what's out there? Right, do you want to get down? Oh, now we're growling to get down. About getting down. Okay, I'm not playing. Off you go, mate. Now he's like, let's play. Good boy. You can sit. Good boy. So, yeah, this is my chaotic life, and here's the bits that are full of yarn. If you have watched before, sorry it's been a while, I've missed you guys, and I have actually got some finished objects to show you for the first time in forever. I also have a giveaway to announce from my previous episode, so I will put the winner on the screen here. Get in touch with me to claim your prize from last episode, but the winner, unless it's got lost somewhere, I've never been contacted from the winner of episode 1. So if you've seen episode 1 of my new revamped, because obviously I have many back episodes. Frank, we're not going to play with a squeaky toy now. I have many back episodes, but from episode 1 of the reboot, the most recent episode 1, no one claimed that prize. So if you think you've claimed it, I haven't had the message, so please message me again. Instagram is the best place, but you can contact me through my website as well. Details will be below. But if by the time I record another episode, far off in the future, if by that time it hasn't been claimed, I will draw another one and announce that on the next episode. So this is the first finished object I'm going to show you. I actually have a couple of other finished objects. I have some socks, but I don't know where I put them, and technically they're not finished because I haven't kitchenered the toes. So I have more finished objects, but goodness only knows where they have ended up in my big house sort out reshuffle. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this sweater, and I love this jumper so much, but I'm not going to talk about the designer because a lovely friend of mine, I had seen this pattern as a sample at a show and I thought it was lovely, but it was in fingering weight, I think, or fingering weight with fluff, but it was still less, it was not the right gauge for a DK weight jumper. And I really wanted to knit it in DK weight yarn. Now this has not been blocked or the ends woven in. I still am counting it as finished because goodness only knows when it's actually going to be blocked and ends woven in. Sometimes that takes me months. It's already been a good few weeks. So this is the sweater. I'm not going to stand up and show you my belly because I'll have to move my chair and it'll knock into that and it'll all go wrong. I love it. It's in my DK base, which I love, my Luxe DK base. And my friend very kindly helped me to resize it. We'd spoken about it. She said I could resize it for DK and gave me some needle sizes. She'd already knit it, and then sent me the details on how to adapt it. I went and bought the pattern and adapted it. It suddenly got really dark in here. And adapted it. So I didn't really look at the sizes. I just told her what my bust size was, and we went for a winging it sort of guess on the needle size, and it worked out perfectly, and I love it. And I did not make anywhere near the biggest size, and I am a UK size 22. So because I didn't even make the size down from the biggest size, and I'm quite a large woman, I'm a UK size, I'm a UK size 22. I usually am knitting either the penultimate or the biggest size. So if a pattern isn't size inclusive, I usually won't knit it, and well, I don't knit it. And I didn't have a clue that this pattern wasn't size inclusive because I wanted it with no ease, which is one of the things I told my friend, and it's how she'd knit hers. And actually, with the recommended amount of ease, it's not size inclusive at all. It's miles off size inclusive. So yes, I didn't knit anywhere near the biggest size, and that led me to think everything was fine. But then when I went and actually had a proper look at it, if I'd used the right yarn and the right needle size and had the recommended amount of ease for my bust size, well, I wouldn't have, because the pattern is completely not size inclusive. So I'm not going to give you the name of the pattern because size inclusive matters. And I had already finished the body and was onto the sleeves when I realised this, only through talking to, I was actually chatting to my friends after my friend's wedding. I was having breakfast and chatting to my friends and looking at the pattern details because I'd seen a post on Instagram about it, and someone had commented and said, it's a shame you're not size inclusive. And I was like, is she not? Went and had a look and was like, oh no. Yeah, had a chat with my friends about it, and because I'd knit so much of the sweater already, I went along and finished it because I wasn't going to frog all that work. And I do like the sweater and I will enjoy this sweater, but it's not knit to pattern and the designer is not size inclusive, so yeah. kind of dampened it a little bit, made me a little bit less happy, but there we go with it. But I do like my sweater, and it is knit in 2 of my colourways. It is knit in Tradition, which is this colour, which is, it's actually pretty accurate on screen now. It's maybe slightly more rose goldy, pinky in real life. And then Green and Pleasant Land, which is the green. And those are the 2 colourways that I brought out on Coronation weekend. I'm not a huge royalist. Don't have any massively strong feelings, but it was a moment in history for our country, and I wanted to have something to remember it from. So I now do. Remember it by even, and I now do. And yeah, I popped up those colours on my website, and a few people joined me with that, which I was incredibly grateful for. So if you got some skeins of Green and Pleasant Land and Tradition, thank you so much. What are you licking? Are you licking the table, the chair leg? Please don't lick the chair leg. No. I don't know what my dog is doing, but I built this table and chairs today, and I think he is just licking the chair, and if he starts chewing the chair, I'm gonna get very cross. This is my second finished object. In fact, now I'm going to need to get pattern details up, because this pattern I have no issue with. It is fine. I don't have I hate the awkwardness when you suddenly realise that someone wasn't as nice as you thought they were. Do you know what I mean? Wasn't as caring, because people have approached this designer a lot of times to ask them to be more size inclusive, and they've just gone, no, I don't want to, and I hate that. There we go. Okay, so this is the Duet Shawl by, there's the Lamb and Kid on it, and it says Duet Shawl by Caitlin, please excuse me while I butcher these names, Caitlin Turowski, the Wanderlust knitter for the Lamb and Kid. So it's the Wanderlust knitter, knit it for the Lamb and Kid. I'm guessing it's their yarn. Let me just double check. Yes, so it was knit, the sample that's shown on the pattern is knit in the Lamb and Kid. So that's an Aran weight yarn. So this is an Aran weight pattern, the Duet Shawl, and I knit it in DK, and I made it a little bit smaller. So this is it. It's my wingspan. It's a big shawl. It's not small at all. But I really wanted a sample in this. This is my plush DK base. I don't know if you can see the fuzz on there. It's like halo. But this is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. And it is the softest yarn, the softest base, the snuggliest, loveliest yarn in the entire world. And I've wanted to stock it for absolutely ages. I've been buying it from my friends at yarn shows for a year or so, because I just love it. But I've never had it myself, and I'm still not woven in. I've never had it myself to dye, and then I just thought, you know what, actually I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna see how I like dyeing it, and I love it. It really makes muted colours. It takes the dye very differently from my other bases, and so it gives a real muted version. And this Duet Shawl is made in 2 of my new colourways. So I have a collection coming out on Saturday. I have been, if you follow me over on Instagram, which I know a lot of you do, that's where I've been releasing for the last few weeks my Ice and Fire colourways. So I'm having no words. Ice and Fire collection. So the Ice and Fire collection is based on Game of Thrones and a little bit of House of the Dragon, because I love those series. Most of the things that I dye are based on TV shows or things that I have nerded out, geeked out over. You can tell I'm out of practice with talking because my words aren't coming out. So yeah, so this is 2 of those colourways, and it's the lighter one is Little Dove and the darker one is Winter is Coming, and it really does mute them down, but they play so well together, and I love this shawl. So if you're coming to the shows that I'm going, I don't think actually that all of the shows have released their lists of vendors yet, so I don't want to say the ones I'm coming to, but I have 3 shows booked for autumn around the UK, and this sample will definitely be on my stand. And if you get a chance, please give it a squish, because this yarn is the softest in the entire world. But I knit it out of DK, and I made it a little bit smaller because I wanted a sample that just took 2 skeins of DK. So I have actually got a little bit of leftovers from both of the colours, but I did mine out of 2 skeins rather than having to crack into a second skein of both of the colours and make it a 4 skein shawl. And this is something that I would wear at this size, definitely. So yeah, that's my other whip. Also not blocked or ends woven in, because that's how we roll over here. So those are the finished objects that I have to show you. And I worked on this monogamously, just on this. That does not happen. If you know me at all, you know I have like over 50 whips in bags in the garage room in my workroom, because I just don't focus on one thing at a time. I'm too much of a like squirrel and suddenly go off and knit something else. So I'm going to show you my only whip. What is going on? I seem to have become a monogamous knitter. Don't worry, it won't last. Before you know it, I will have flitted off to other things. But I think what's helping me to focus on one thing at a time is that I am now knitting with the Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon colourways. So because I'm knitting with the colourways from the collection that I want to release, I'm excited to see how they work up. I want to show people how they work up as well. So it's making me want to knit with them and finish the projects in them. So this shawl, I believe that the name may change of this shawl, but this is a Brixton Purl design, and it is a test knit. So this pattern isn't available yet, but I think it will be shortly, and I will be posting on my grid as well when it does go live. And I may well put up a post with this when I finished it, rather than waiting for when it goes live. But this is my Luxe sock base, and so that's this one, and then this one is inspired. I'm just seeing if I can get, oh no I can't, I was just seeing if I could get my pictures up on my iPad to show you. But this one is I Don't Plan on Knitting by the Fire, and it is inspired by the Lyanna Mormont character in Game of Thrones. I can't get my pictures to come up on here, but if you want to have a look at the inspiration pictures to go with the yarns, on my Instagram profile there is a highlight which will have each colourway, and then straight after it the inspiration picture, so you can see where I took the inspiration from. So I'm really enjoying this. I am about to start a decreased portion, so I've actually done the bulk of this. As much as it needs a whole nother piece, that piece is a lot smaller and quicker to make, so I'm really excited to finish it. And yeah, it is by Therese of Brixton Purl, who her patterns are so well written. This one is so well written. I know it is a test at the moment, but I can't wait for it to come out, because yeah, her pattern is so well written and I'm really enjoying it, and I think it's beautiful. So I'm really happy with this, and I can't wait for it to be finished, and I imagine when I record again it will be finished, because yeah, like I said, I'm only working on this. I don't know what's going on. So that is my one whip at the moment, and it is living in this bag. This is a Fibre Fox Halloween bag with the leftovers of the last few projects all in there, and loads of things just jammed in, and my needles, some cables, everything seems to have been jammed in this bag, and it has been used as my handbag for the last week. I took it to the hotel that me and my friends go into the bar of the hotel, local hotel, and have a carvery and sit in the bar and have an orange juice, and we just sit and chat. And I went in with my big knitting bag full of all my junk yesterday, so it's become a handbag as well. So that's living in there, and that is my one and only current whip. I have obviously a million other whips. I have loads of socks, I have all sorts, but I haven't worked on a single one since these 3 projects I've just been working on monogamously. And I'm going on holiday very soon, a little holiday with my parents, and we have a 3-hour flight, I think it is, 3.5-hour flight with children. So I might not get that much knitting time, but I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to take a larger project on that flight. I think I might take socks just because they're little and portable. Anyway, I am going to grab you the yarn that I want to make my next project out of, and then I'm going to show you the things that have come into the house since the last time I recorded. So I'm just going to go and grab my project yarn, which I've left on the other side of the kitchen. I'm back. Yarn! So this is a new base to me. This is boucle. Now, it's not a new base to me in general as in knitting. I've been buying this from my friends for a little while. I have a few skeins in stash and I really love it, but I hadn't dyed it before, so this is the first time I'm dyeing it. And I have dyed it for all of my Ice and Fire collection colourways to see how I liked it before I opened it up to offer it as part of the pre-order, so that I could just make sure that I was happy with how it was coming out. So this is the Lady Lena, which is a House of the Dragon inspired colourway, and I have dyed myself 4 skeins on boucle DK, which I love. It makes me think of teddy bears. It's so squashy. So this is a tonal yarn, and I can't wait to make something with it, but I might need a few more skeins. I was thinking a cropped sweater but with long sleeves. I'm considering actually, I had loads of patterns in mind, absolutely tons, and then last night my mind went, why don't you just make a love note and leave out the lace? I like a love note and I have one with lace, but yeah, my brain suddenly went, why don't you do that? So I may well make a love note with no lace and long sleeves with this one, whereas the love note I have at the moment has lace and short sleeves, so it would look quite different, and I think I would get quite a lot of wear out of it. So I think I'm going to make a cropped love note with long sleeves if I have enough yarn, which I think I might. 4 skeins actually might well be enough for that, because I think I only used 3 for my short sleeved one, so we shall see. We shall see. I can always dye myself up some more if I think I'm going to need it. So this is my next project, but I'm not even going to wind, well, unless I'm very slow on this shawl and don't get it finished before my holiday, in which case I will cake this up to take it on holiday. But if I think I'm going to finish this before I go away, I'm going to leave this as skeins and not cake it until I finish that pattern, because I don't want to be tempted to put my test knit on hold to start another thing, because that is me that's usually me very much. I'm just gonna grab something new and start something new all the time. So that's my next project. So on to stash enhancement. Very excited about this. So these have been living in this bag since they got delivered, because I was like, if I take them out, I won't put them aside to show on the podcast. So I haven't used these at all. So I had an order from my lovely friend Hannah at the Corner of Craft and Chromatic Yarns. Now, Hannah is lovely and very talented, and she brought out, her yarn is inspired by D&D, and she brought out a collection of yarns inspired by the books that, the manuals and the guides to playing D&D, which I have quite a few of out in the garage in my office room. So the DM's library, and I loved them. But I think when they originally came out, I didn't have a lot of spare money for stash, so I couldn't purchase as I would have liked to. But then she had an in-stock update not very long ago, and I thought, I'm going to just grab a few skeins because I missed out last time and I regretted it. So these were the ones, this is what I had in mind to get. This is the DM's Library Collection mini set. So I've got all of the DM's Library set that I wanted, and they are gorgeous. So this is Chromatic Yarns, which is Hannah from the Corner of Craft, over here on YouTube and on Instagram and all the places. Oh, look at that one. Anyway, so I got those, and then I also got Astral Menagerie on her boucle. So I said a little bit obsessed with the boucle DK. I love these colours. They are so fun and really rich. And yeah, there's like even a little bit of pastel-y in there. That's so pretty. It's so pretty. That could be the best hat. So there's those. And then I saw this one as well and I thought, I'm having it. And this is an 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. It is so soft. And it's I Killed Her Rock. Oh, look at that. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. So these are the ones that I grabbed. That's all the yarn that I grabbed. It came with a tea. I've not tried this tea. I will try it. I don't really like tea. I'm desperate. If you've been watching my podcast for very long, I'm desperate to like tea. And I have been sent tea by so many lovely watchers. And I have been recommended tea. And I have tried it. I think I just don't like tea. I don't like hot drinks. I might have a coffee every now and then if I'm really feeling desperate for it. But it has to have a lot of chocolate, like hot chocolate mixed in. But otherwise I'll drink the odd hot chocolate, but I mainly just drink water. But this one is strawberry lemonade. I also don't drink fizzy. I'm very fussy with drinks. So this one's strawberry lemonade. So I'm going to try this one because I've never tried it. Let's try the teas. I should do a video one day of me trying teas because I think the faces would be quite funny. And this is the other thing that I really, really wanted. I love Hannah's stitch markers, her hand beaded stitch markers, which are a crazy amount of work and take a crazy amount of time. And I couldn't help myself. I really wanted a little potion bottle. I play D&D with my friends. I have 3 different campaigns that I'm in. And we all most of them are fortnightly, but yeah, it's just a bit of fun, a little bit of an escape. And I saw this potion bottle and I was like, I want a potion bottle, so I got a blue potion bottle. And she popped in one of her little chromatic yarns pin badges as well, which is very cute, and will go on a project bag. So now that I have finally, and it all came packed up so sweetly and had this, she has the biscuit brew crew and this one says brew crew and has teas and teapots on it. It's very cute. So that yarn can finally go into my stash and my stitch marker can come off and get used because I want to use it now. The other thing I have did not come in the post. I went on a day out with my lovely friend Jen. My lovely friend Jen is the dyer behind Castleview Yarns and she's quite local to me. She's probably about half an hour drive away from me, and I found out that there was going to be a Socks in the City. So if you've heard of Socks on the Beach, which is a meetup in, I want to say Brighton, I've never been. Now I'm thinking that's totally wrong, but it's near a beach. I've never been. It's a big trek for me, but my lovely friend Sally was organising their London one, which was Socks in the City, and it was the first ever one. And the idea was you would meet up at a specific London yarn shop and then go to a pub, and we all sat and knit and had a great time, which we did do. But when I was in Wild and Woolly, which was the first yarn shop we went to, I got there and me and Jen got chatting with a couple of lovely ladies who then we all managed to go on a little yarn shop crawl before we went to the pub. It was so much fun. I had such a nice day. So we went to, now my brain's going blank. This is my life. We went to 3 yarn shops. I'm total mind blanking at everything at the moment. So we went to 2 yarn shops. We met at Wild and Woolly, and then we went on a bus, which I lived in London for 2 years, and in that time went on a bus once and had to get someone to guide me. My friend came with me and showed me where to go, basically. Knit with Attitude we went to. So I had never been to Knit with Attitude either, and I really was excited. So we went to Wild and Woolly first, then we went to Knit with Attitude, then we went to the meetup, had a great time, and then me and Jen, because we had a little bit of time left because our ticket was a open train ticket to get back home, we went to Loop. Now I used to go to Loop, I went to Loop when I was at uni 12 years ago, a very long time ago, and oh, I hate saying stuff like this online because it feels really bad, but when I went like 11 years ago, I would have been 20 and I'm now 32. I found it really unfriendly. maybe it was because I was a younger person, but I was like, I felt like I was watched like a hawk. The person in there wasn't very polite. It was a really horrible atmosphere. And so I wasn't sure what to expect when I went back with Jen. I went, it was so lovely. It was packed full of people. And it just had a really nice vibe, really nice atmosphere. The whole thing was gorgeous. And I would definitely go back to Loop now. So I got this bag in Wild and Woolly, and then I got yarn between Wild and Woolly, Knit with Attitude and Loop. And I had no clue which one came from which. So I'm just going to show you, because I filled this bag up. I was like, I've had a bit of a hard time recently. There's been lots of stuff going on, and I just went a little bit nuts in London and came home with a very full bag of yarn. So now I get to put this all away and use this bag. I might take this bag on holiday with me, actually. So I'm going to go through some of it. I will remember where it came from, but others I haven't got a clue. I know these ones came from Knit with Attitude. I bought a skein of Stranded. So I have loved Jude's yarn for forever, and I've got some in stash and I've knit with some. But this green one, I was like, this is Plant Parent. Yes, it is Plant Parent. I went to say Plant Parent and then went, what was it? So this is Stranded Dyeworks on Plant Parent, and it's a BFL nylon fingering, which is 80% superwash BFL, 20% nylon, and it's a hardier, I don't want to say rustic, because it's not rustic, it's just more, it's not as squishy soft as a merino. But so I probably, if there had been merino to choose from, I probably would have grabbed the merino, but there wasn't, and I was not passing up this colour because it's so gorgeous. Look at them speckles. So I got this one and this skein of Black Elephant Surrey Cloud in Reflections, and it's 74% Surrey alpaca, 26% silk, 50 grams to 300 meters, and it's super pretty and so soft. Oh my gosh, so soft. So those ones were my, oh no, this one also came from Knit with Attitude. This is the Chimera from River Knits. It's like this mild, I think it looks like Spin Cycle, gives off that sort of vibe. And I think it says Air is the colour, but it's sort of got a bit of a line through it, so I think it says Air. But it is gorgeous. And then I bought a lot of commercial. There's a child's felt tip with a lid off in here. So you never know, I might now find a bit with a and a bouncy ball. This is not having a 6 and 3-year-old does in my life. Can't have anything anywhere without it getting covered with children's stuff. Anyway, so these ones, I feel like I might have got these. No, I haven't got a clue. I thought I got these in Wild and Woolly, but now I'm not sure. Jeopard? Who knows? Spicy? This one says spicy. This one does not say spicy. It's nice. Look at the flex in that. It's it's 68% baby alpaca, 10% muslin free, fine merino wool, 22% PA for the net. I have no idea. This is where this is where I feel like a bit of a, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but it's, I hate these yarn bands when they go inside. It's 50 grams to 110 meters, so it's basically a DK, but if, yeah, because 100 grams would be like 220 meters. So yeah, I have 50 grams of each of these. This is not showing up. It's like a really deep aubergine colour, but I thought they would look really nice together in a hat, maybe. So at some point, probably never. I bought a bit of cardboard. This my children. I bought these two from Loop. They are so soft, it's unreal. I know they're from Loop because they loop on them. And they are St. Magnus DK, which is 50% Angora, 50% wool, 50 grams, approximately 200 meters, so fingering weight yarn, and hand dyed in the Orkney. Frank, what are we even growling at? There is no one there. It's hand dyed in the Orkney Islands, Scotland. I've got to go and get the children in 5 minutes, so I need to wrap this up. But it even has a bunny picture on the back. Buddy. And yeah, I love these colours together. I just thought they were really sweet, so I got both of those. I was having a very chaotic day. I was very overstimulated. I was very frantic. Now I've got poof. And just grabbing things as I saw them and what was going on with me. Next, let's go for these ones. JC Rennie. I loved this colour. Can you see? It's like it's all the pastels, and it's really, it almost glows. It's really full of loads and loads and loads of colour, but it's also subtle. And then again with this one, I don't know what's going on with me with this sort of colour, but I was on this trip, I was loving it. So I bought these two to go together. They're both 4-ply yarn, 100% wool, super soft 4-ply. And yeah, so there's 50 grams of each. So it's just another 100 grams of fingering weight yarn to add to the stash that I have no idea what I'm ever going to do with. The Cumulus by Fibre Spates, again with this sort of colour. I grabbed these two. I think I got these in Knit with Attitude, and they are 74% baby Suri alpaca, 26% mulberry silk in these two colours, and they are so soft, it's unreal. That's plum and indigo, but yeah, crazy soft. And these are 25 grams to 150 meters, so it's a lace weight. I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. And then I got these two again, which I thought might go together. I was crazy. I just was grabbing things off the shelf with wild abandon, with no plans. So the two of these, they're both 50 grams again. These are the Big Bad Wool. I got these in loop, for sure. And what is this? It's 50% fine washable merino, 50% baby alpaca, 86 meters to 50 grams. So that's what, an Aran weight yarn? Aran weight. So yeah, these two, it's Wee Packer. That's the type of yarn. Wee Packer. Again, just grabbing things with wild abandon. No idea what I'm going to do. Some of these might end up in giveaways because I really was just crazy grabbing things. There's a blue dinosaur in my bag. And then I think I might have got these in Wild and Woolly, Jameson and Smith. I just liked the colours. They're a bit more rustic than my taste. They're the 2-ply jumper weight. Something colour work for my hands, maybe? I don't know. Probably never going to get used. Just sit somewhere and look pretty, probably. I don't know what I was on that day that I have no idea what's going on. They're 25 gram balls. There's 115 meters in each one. Yeah, they're pretty. There's loads of flecks of, can you see all the flecks of different, it's lovely. They're very pretty. And then these were definitely in loop because I was just grabbing them as I was trying to leave. They just kept jumping out at me. So this is the, what is that, a Cocoa Pop? Ew. This is what happens. This is what happens when I leave a bag in the living room. This is Lang Yarn's, gonna say it wrong, Jowl. It's just a bit of fluff. Jowl. I thought they'd make good, well, originally I was like, heels, toes, cuffs of things, maybe, they're cool. And then I was like, oh, that one goes with that one. Oh, that one goes with that one. Oh, that one goes with that one. And then I got these. And I think a bit of me thought they could be something, again, colour work, maybe for my hands, or a hat or something. I just liked the colours together, and they were really cheap because they're only small. They're only 50 grams, 210 meters each. And these are 75% virgin wool, 25% nylon. So yeah, I grabbed these four. Oh, and one's on the floor now. I'll get that in a minute. So there's a huge pile of yarn in front of me, but now I can use this bag. I might use this. It's my project bag for a little while, my Wild and Woolly bag. I love it. And it has, what I really like about it is, love the handles, love how big it is, but also love that just inside there is a big pocket. And yeah, it's really good. So I also bought from their, hair in my mouth, these stitch marker things, floops. I think that's what they're called, floops. And I loved them. I loved them. I bought two. I have no idea what I've done with them now because they're tiny, so they were lost instantly in this house. But you can use them as cable needles and stitch markers and stitch picker uppers and all those things. So yeah, I bought some of them as well. And then that was what, last month? It was a good few weeks ago now. And now I'm really poor because I spent all my money in London. Yeah, so I haven't bought anything for a while, and I don't need to buy anything for a while. I have lots of yarn, and I'm very lucky. And there was other things that came in the post before these two loads of stash enhancements, but that was too far back and I have put that all away now. Anyway, that was all my stash enhancement. That was a little bit unreal. A lot of it was commercial yarn, which meant it wasn't anywhere near as expensive as hand-dyed. So at the end of the day, I got a lot more for my money there, but the hand-dyed is where my heart still definitely lives. It's better than anything else you can get. It's better than anything a machine can make. Anyway, I have to go and get my little boy. Depending on whether or not he will play ball, I may well just record a little snip of me talking through and showing you my Ice and Fire collection colourways when we get home, but that may not happen. We shall see. Yeah, he's not always most cooperative, and neither is my little girl, and that is fine. That is absolutely fine when you're 6 and 3. Anyway, if you have got all the way through this bit with me, thank you so much. Thank you for listening, watching and coming back, because I appreciate it, especially when there's huge gaps in between podcasts. I hope you're all having a lovely knitty time, and yeah, come and chat. I have got a Discord group. I'm not very active in it at the moment because it's like the podcast, there is so much going on, but I am most active over on Instagram. Tag me and stuff, or if there's ever anything you want to chat about, send me a message. But yeah, any questions at all, anything like that, send me a message over on Instagram. It's the best place to get me, or through the contact form on my website. And I think that is everything. So unless I am back in just a minute, thank you so much for making me so much less of a lonely knitter. Okay, have you come to help me? I've got my little helpers. Are you going to say hello?
Hello. I say hello.
Okay, come here.
Hello.
Come here then.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
I have my 2 little helpers who've come to show the Ice and Fire collection off with me, haven't you? You gonna help me with my wools?
Yes.
We call it Mummy's wools in this house. Okay, even though some of it isn't even wool. Okay, what should we start with?
This one.
This one. Are we gonna do these ones? We're gonna show them off on Chunky. So, I've got a few new bases.
Don't help me, Mum.
I'm gonna help you. I thought you were gonna help me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the next one.
Okay. So we've got a few new bases. Try these ones up here. Look. Got a few new bases, and this is the Chunky base. So if I show you,
like this.
You don't like this? Do you want it off?
Yeah.
So she put my shawl on, and so he had to wear something. So he's put my jumper on. I don't think he's enjoying it.
I got the next one.
You got the next one. Oh, you're holding that one, are you?
Yeah, I've got the next
Okay, wait a minute. So this is the Chunky base. So if I show you all the colours on the Chunky, all of the variegated colours on the Chunky first. So this is Little Dove, which is Sansa's colour. And then, yes.
Look.
Yes, that's the case for my phone. This is In the Godswood, which is a House of the Dragon inspired colour. I'll find another one.
Alfie,
you got one to show?
Down here.
So this is the same as this one. So this one is unbent, unbowed,
I got this one.
unbroken, which I am knitting with, which I showed in the podcast. Thank you. And then this one.
This one is same.
This one is the same, my smart boy. So, wait.
This one's a cool one.
Is it? Okay, one second. Wait, I see. Okay, so this one is, let's start with this one. This one is Breaker of Chains, which is my Daenerys inspired colour. Thank you. This one, I couldn't decide on the name, so it's kind of got two. It's Rhaenyra, Fire and Blood. And is a House of the Dragon inspired colour.
No, Alfie, don't put that
That
there.
is cool. That's, sorry, you can put them there, it's okay. Next, we have You Know Nothing, Jon Snow.
Look, do this one.
Oh, yeah, that's the same. Lovely. I've got a pile stacking up in front of me. So You Know Nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, thank you, but can we just do these last two here first? And we have,
Look,
sorry?
it's tiny.
It's a mini skein. It's tiny. Then we have Prince Daemon, which is another House of the Dragon inspired one. Oh, this one here, this one here. And then the last variegated colour is Winter is
That
Coming.
makes sense.
Oh, sames. Thanks, Elle. So this is tweed. This is my Alicent colourway on tweed. So this is my green. Oh, thank you, Alfie. The stack is getting high. This is Alicent High Tower, which is a green on tweed. What else have we got up there? Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks, Alf. This one. Hey, what are we doing? We're getting them all the tweed. Oh no, there's one on the floor. Okay, this one is I don't plan on knitting by the fire. Again on tweed, but I did show this one. Oh, this was a bad idea. I did show this one on, this is the other one that I'm knitting that shawl in at the moment. Thank you. Okay, wait, because I wanted the rest of the semi-solids, the tonals. Oh, wow, we're stacked up now. Hi, guys. Okay, whoa. So, whoa. Okay, these ones are mine. All right, thank you. So this is the Red Woman, which is on tweed here, but you can see it better in the DK. And then, how do I know this wasn't going to go well? Alfie, what is that one? Oh, I've shown that one. This is the Night King, which is a very light blue. Thank you. This one, I love this one, and I'm going to make something out of this one, but this is Hold the Door. And it looks undyed, but it is not. And if you check out this post on my Instagram for Hold the Door, you can swipe and see a picture of Hold the Door next to a skein of undyed, so you can see the difference. This is a very, very light grey. Oh, thank you. And then we have Lannister Gold. I'm not sure how this has all gone wrong. We're all very happy. Oh, thank you. So I'm just getting buried behind a wall of yarn. Oh. Watch out, because it's now starting to fall. I don't want it all to fall on the floor, guys. So, can I have 1 second? So, I've got a few new bases for this collection. So we'll have tweed, which is not a new base. We will have my sock, my Luxe sock, which is the same sock that I've been doing all my clubs in, and my Luxe DK, again, same club I do all of my clubs in. This is one I don't think I've shown. Have I shown this one? This is the Lady Lena, which is the one that I'm making a boucle sweater out of. So I'll have my Luxe sock, my Luxe DK. This is all going to tumble down in a minute, and my tweed, which are my same bases that I've been using. And then all of those colours will also be available on boucle, which is the one that Ellie's piling up at the moment. This is the boucle. And on the chunky, which is the one I was showing off at the beginning of this clip. Oh my gosh. Because I really, really want to start making more things in chunky. I love chunky yarns. I've been buying chunky yarns for the last little while, and I want to dye. Let's pick the things up that have fallen on the floor. I want to dye the things that I would want to buy. And then I've got my plush DK, which is the new luxury base as well. I think we should end this here before all ends in tears. Oh, what did you want to show? Hold it up then. Alfie would like to show you his monster truck. Okay, I think that might be the end. Is everyone ready to say goodbye?
No.
Oh. Okay, can you say goodbye for me?
Bye.
Okay, Ellie, do you want to come and say goodbye?
Bye bye.
You want to wave?
Bye bye.
Brilliant. Oh no. Let's send them to bed. Who wants some dinner?
Me.